Let's create your ideal story. Hi there, I'm Adila, and this is your story. Here we focus on creating your ideal stories in the areas of love, health, wealth, and beyond. And today we're going to create our ideal story. So if you think about it, we have stories about everything: short stories, long stories, and they produce certain outcomes based on expectancy. And here we create your ideal stories, and they're based on 5 components: your ideal self concept, your concept of others, states of consciousness, inner conversations, and revision. So let's break down your ideal self concept. Your concept of self is anything that you say after I am. I am wealthy. I am married. I'm a mother. Those are some of the things that I say normally, naturally, all the time. It's anything that you are choosing to accept as true for yourself. So this also includes the things that you joke about, the things in your personality that you don't really like, but you accept them as true, but you can change all of that. For instance, if you're manifesting your ideal body, you're not going to walk around and claim that you hate your body. You hate this thing about yourself, you hate your eyes, your arms, whatever it is. You are going to go to the end of that being true and describe yourself and your body as your ideal. I love my body. Look at how I look. It's so amazing. I feel so great in my body. And that includes the things that specifically bother you. Let's say it's your hair. You're not going to say, like, oh, my hair is so thin, it's shedding all the time. No, you're going to talk about how full and lustrous and beautiful your hair is. When we create these stories, I like to say it specifically like, I love my hair, especially this about it. Because you want to take that thing that's bothering you and keeping you in that unideal place and emphasize it in the ideal way. So if it's your legs or your tummy, something like that, you're going to talk about, you're going to say, I love my body. I love all of my body from head to toe, especially my stomach. My stomach is like this. And you describe it as your ideal. Another component of telling your ideal story is taking a look at how you're viewing others in your world, in your reality, day to day. And this works especially well when you're thinking about relationships. And this can be a relationship with your family, your parents, a work relationship, your supervisor, whomever. But we can talk about a relationship with a romantic partner. So you want to take a look at how you're viewing this other person. What are you describing them as? What are their traits? How do they show up? All of that. And let me use this as an example. Let's say you have an ex-partner, right? I'll say ex-boyfriend. It's just easier for me to talk about. So you have an ex-boyfriend and you feel like they did you kind of wrong, or there were certain things in the relationship that you didn't like, but they had friends or family that you guys would go around together and people just thought that they were the best thing ever, right? You looked at those people to kind of side with you about the wrongdoings in your relationship, but they don't. And that's the reason is because they don't see them that way. They could not resonate with you because they don't see that person in the same regard. They don't see them as hurtful or non-committed. They see them as funny, loving, etc. This is because their concept of that person is different from yours, and their relationship is different as a result. Let's take that same person, your ex or whomever, and look at their relationship with their mom. So you are feeling like you're wronged in a situation, but their mom doesn't see that. They can't side with you. They can't connect with you on that. They can't say, oh, my son is, wrong and etc., because they see them in a different way. They see them through the eyes of love, no matter what. No matter what they've done. Those women who are parents, they come to the courthouse of a serial killer and they see their baby only. They don't see the crimes that they've committed. All they see is their baby. Their concept of that person could never do this, ever. So those are a couple of examples. It's kind of extreme, but a couple of examples just to give you an idea of how you're viewing this person that you want a relationship with or you're in a relationship with is showing up for you. They're reflecting only what you're thinking about them, what you expect from them, what you see them as. They're only showing up that way. And you want to create, when you're creating your ideal story, you want to create your ideal version of them, regardless of how they're showing up today. You just claim that they're showing up as your ideal now. The way you do this is by adopting your ideal state of consciousness. So if it's a relationship, you want to be describing your relationship as a blissful relationship, happily partnered relationship. When you do that, you're describing your ideal state of consciousness. It's like a mindset that you're embodying, and your assumptions will shift automatically. You'll have ideal affirmations automatically when you start claiming that you're in the most blissful, happy relationship that you've ever been in. So then come your inner conversations from this ideal state of consciousness, right? And this is where you take a look at how you guys are speaking to each other. What kinds of conversations do you have now that you're in your ideal relationship? Now that you guys are happily together, how are you speaking to each other? What kinds of moments do you share? This is where you can go from constant arguments and bickering to lovely conversations, amazing pillow talk. In this ideal story, I also like to encompass revision. And revision has become one of my new favorite methods of manifesting, because you take the entire story and you revise it to your liking, and then you imagine that it's always been like this from the beginning. What happens when you revise your story and create the ideal is those arguments will fall away. The things that you used to bicker about, you won't really remember anymore. It's really funny how this stuff works. And you'll experience that your relationship is more seamless. It's more easy. It's fun. It's just easy. So when you put all of that together, you have your ideal love story. And when I say everything is just about changing the story, it is very simple. It might sound complicated or might feel like it, but if you read that story every day, if you persist in that story, and if you don't go back to the old ways or say, yeah, but they used to do this and they used to do that and used to do this, you're replacing all of that with your ideal. So that's all you will experience. So let me give you an example of an ideal love story that I wrote. My stories are a little bit intimate, but it's relationships. It's what I like. So anyways, I love that I'm happily married. I am so happy that I manifested such a fulfilling relationship. I feel so satisfied in my relationship. My partner adores me. He treats me like a queen. He rubs my feet, massages my back, caresses my legs, plays with my hair, gives his full self during intimacy. He has learned my body and he finds me irresistible. That's just a snippet, but can you tell that I can feel it? You want to feel these ideal stories because this is your life. This is what you're going to experience. If you want help with this, I can always help you. You can email me, do coaching with me, whatever you prefer, but I'm here. I love doing this. I'm here to help you create your ideal lifestyle. So reach out. For more videos like this to talk about love, health, wealth, and beyond, follow for more.